Give it up, everyone, for Chuck D.
Chuck D.
Great to have you here.
Hello.
Welcome.
Wardrobe change.
Hey, there you go.
You are like a new person.
Real simple. Keep
whole
it
different
basic
style.
and simple.
Mr. Chuck
Hey,
D.
I remember, I was telling you guys, I remember when Wyclef was living on this bus when you guys first started out with the John Lennon bus.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He was like, kind of like, I mean, made this thing happen.
That's cool.
Wyclef Jean.
And you said you want to create your own studio at a certain point.
Yeah, like this. We'll probably take your bus.
Just grab it and roll it out of here.
It's all
Change
about
the
sharing and
logos.
caring. Sharing and caring. So congrats on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. What was that like for you? Such a culmination of all your great work.
We think it's a raising of the bar of hip hop. It's a good standard to kind of have set. It's not done for us. It's kind of done for the genre. So it's a good look.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And you're all about, you know, lyrics and such powerful lyrics, and yet your latest album, it's instrumental.
Oh, the latest album is instrumental.
Yeah.
It's actually the instrumental version of two albums that we released last year on our aggregator, SpitDigital.com. It's one of the few aggregators that actually goes into the iTunes, Amazons of the world. We encourage artists to have their own labels.
Yeah.
And so we released two Public Enemy albums months apart from each other.
Cool.
And this is like the instrumental album out of those two albums. So that got released earlier this week. And we make a statement that, you know, digital music has a long tail that could be enjoyed.
That's
a
cool.
long tail.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Do you expect any sort of remixes out of that kind of stuff? Like, I love when people release instrumentals and
That's
stuff.
another bundle to follow down the line. But
Yeah.
it's how songs could really kind of have longevity pumped into them. And,
Yeah.
you know, you further a song by performing it. You got to also take the marriage of lyrics and music into making it a song, and then making a song into a record. Then you have a visual element to it, and then you have the performance component to it. And I think the area of stripping it down to instrumental with the possibility of mashing and remixing adds life to a song. So
cool.
how fitting to say that than on the John Lennon song bus.
We're all about celebrating artists and music here. So SpitDigital, which you mentioned, is your label.
SpitDigital, because
yeah.
like spit, but more than the spit in your mouth, it's spitting them out. So we spit out, you know, artists and their labels and recordings and stuff like that.
But it has an emphasis in the digital space, it seems. Why was that important for you?
Well, digital is one of those things where you can really get into the art of the matter and without all the things that impeded on distribution before, like
Yeah.
warehousing, returns, manufacturing, all these things that kind of prevented an artist from releasing in the natural space. And then once the business became even bigger and wider and more of a monster, you know, artists would make a record in 1 year and then release it like a year or two later. That's like, I'll give you a good analogy. Like when you go to one of these restaurants, right, and order fish, you don't know when this fish was caught.
Yeah.
So it has to
Yeah.
be processed, squared out, frozen, unfrozen, cooked, preserved. You know, so by the time you have a fish, is it really fish? You know?
Yeah, you're not
So,
sure what it is. Yeah.
But in the music that, you know, it's like the distance between cutting a record, recording it, mastering, and also releasing to the fans is a lot more immediate.
Yeah,
It's like going on the boat and catching fresh fish.
It's organic
fish.
music.
Yeah, organic music. I mean, it's different. You know, it's a good space to be in. You know, so you take care of the environment. This is, matter of fact, digital music is more green than physical music, which
Yeah.
gets processed.
Well, I mean, do you like it now that anyone with a microphone and an internet connection can be out there for the world? I mean, it's kind of
Well-
cool to see that change.
Of course. I mean, here, you know, in sports, the analogy is that anybody could buy a pair of Nikes and maybe get NBA jerseys. So that doesn't hurt the NBA.
Yeah.
You know, the cream always rises to the top with opportunity, yes, but also skill and perseverance.
Where do you see the whole landscape now in the rap world and hip hop, and where is
International.
the current state of it?
International is, you figure, art form over 30 years, recorded-wise. The rest of the world is bringing the noise. But I think the best MCs on the planet are from that gigantic continent of Africa. Yeah, you know, and not just known places like Nigeria and South Africa, but there's 48 other countries there that have these dialects and different languages. And I know guys that could braid languages as they're spitting.
That's
So I mean,
awesome.
it's a very high art form that in the United States and Europe kind of like is not glued into the importance. Also Brazil and South America, you know, Argentina, Chile. I mean, they're able to use Portuguese and Spanish and rhyme and kind of with different advantages in the lingo. But of course, the United States say, "Oh, it's from here, so this is number one."
And we have like the few artists that we look at and we're like, oh, that's hip hop, that's the state of rap. Like it's like the 5
it's
artists.
It's bigger than that. It's way bigger than that. It's bigger than the boardroom and corporation mainstream's point of view. So what we do as Public Enemy is says, yo, respect the art form.
Yeah.
Look at everybody's attempt, and at the end of the day, you know, cream rises to the top.
That's cool.
Yeah, I need to say you are here at South by Southwest. You're doing 2 big things. Panel on the Napster documentary downloaded.
SpitDigital.com.
Yeah,
It's just like
SpitDigital. Check it out.
that's why I'm there for, for that. And then we're performing with, I think Ice Cube, LL Cool J,
No
W
way.
Fresh.
That's gonna be sick.
Oh,
On the
come
Doritos stage.
Really?
Bring it on.
You got
get
tickets
a couple.
for
I
that?
got
Oh,
it.
by
Well,
chance?
I think
Yeah,
you
you
get a
get to
bag of
invite us.
Doritos.
But you know, we were just talking about music and how we distribute and put it out there. And you were a big proponent of Napster, and that's, you know, the
Sean
documentaries.
Fanning, he's the Beatles of the late '90s. When the century closed, people were like, "Who's the #1 superstar group?" I said, Sean Fanning and Napster, because they freed a lot of people up to do their thing. Before, you didn't know if you was going to be able to get a recording contract, so you had a lot of people that recorded. They put DATs in their closet. They kind of send it to LA or New York to try to get that deal. It never came. They tried to make a living in their own area. That was difficult. And what Sean Fanning did is that he kind of like MP3 technology kind of like made it easier to travel over the wires.
Yeah.
So what's the Napster of today?
The Napster of today is SpitDigital.
There you go. Well,
SpitDigital.
I really
All right.
appreciate you being here
Thank you.
and giving us all your insights. It's an honor. It's a pleasure. At Mr. Chuck D. Check it out,
Yeah, you can tweet me.
SpitDigital.com.
You can tweet me. Don't be a twittiot. I mean, tweet music, not food.
There you go.